Story 1 by Throw-Announcement. AITA for calling my sister selfish for announcing her pregnancy at our parents' house. My husband and I have been having a long struggle with infertility. We have been getting treated and trying for a baby since 2017. But nothing worked. My husband is understandably devastated as he'd always wanted kids, but never got the chance to be a father. He's super sensitive around the infertility topic. This my family knows. Days ago, we got together with family for dinner. All of a sudden, my sister and her husband announced that they were expecting. We were stunned, me and my husband I mean. As for the others, they were thrilled, as everyone got up to congratulate them. My husband got up, pushed his chair to the side, and walked out. They all stared at me, but I got up and told my sister she messed up by announcing her pregnancy like this, and with zero consideration for my husband, knowing how he feels about this topic. She got defensive, saying his issues with the topic wasn't her problem and that she and her husband were fed up walking on eggshells around him. I called her selfish and cruel, but she complained that he ruined their joy and that I made it worse by making a scene. I told her she shouldn't have chosen my parents' house, but she said I have no place to dictate what she does in our parents' house. My mom asked me to go home and I went. It's been horrible. My parents think I've reacted poorly and should apologize to my sister on both mine and my husband's behalf after the scene we made at their home. You did react poorly. You are definitely the a-hole here. You seem to be one of those thinking the world revolves around you and people shouldn't be happy about the things you can't have. Your sister's right. Your husband's issues aren't her problem and they shouldn't have to be cautious about living their life and starting their family because your husband is too much of a stuck-up prick to be happy for them. Instead, him and you made an unnecessary scene and you're expecting people to side with you and him. Tell your husband to get over it. Story 2 by Establishment OK 1304. AITA for putting my pregnant wife ahead of my mom when it is my mom's birthday. My wife is currently 7 months pregnant and has been having a rough pregnancy. She is also pretty emotional right now, which is as to be expected. My mom has a birthday coming up and I wanted to take her to dinner. My mom loves seafood and picks a restaurant which is about 40 minutes away. My wife is uncomfortable being in the car for long stretches of time and there isn't much on the menu she could eat as she can't have shellfish. I explained this to my mom and she said my wife can stay home. I told her my wife is particularly sensitive right now and that would make her feel bad. My mom got annoyed and asked if she really had to pick something else because a grown woman couldn't be left home alone. I told her pregnancy isn't forever and please just work with us. She said to forget it. She wants seafood and all of the Goose seafood restaurants are that far away. I asked her to pick another type of cuisine though. She loves Mexican and hibachi, both of which we have local, but she yelled at me that her birthday isn't about my wife. I accused her of being selfish and childish and said my wife comes first, so she hung up. Now everyone is telling me that I am an asshole and my wife is in tears as the whole family is mad at her. NTA, it's good that you're supporting your wife and made it clear to your mother that she comes first, but you should have simply declined the invitation with a simple explanation, instead of trying to make your mother compromise her birthday to suit the needs of your pregnant wife. Story 3 by gummybearaita. AITA for eating my SIL's gummy bears because I had a pregnancy craving. I'm 26S, 6 months pregnant. My fiance R's, 28M, sister L, 20F, attends a school in our area. She's living with us for a bit before she moves into a new apartment at the end of this month. I love gummy candy, but limiting myself due to my pregnancy. I had a sudden craving for gummy bears yesterday. We had a bag in the pantry that Elle bought, and there were only a few left. Elle saw the gummy bears were finished, and she got really upset, saying I know she bought them, and they were for her. R found out, and he got pissed at me too, saying Elle could have needed them, and I could have gone to the store, or he could have bought some later. I got kind of emotional, and said I didn't think it was such a big deal, and Elle keeps other candy. Elle is still upset, and R isn't happy either. So AITA? Yes, you're the a-hole. Blaming your greediness on pregnancy cravings. Pathetic. Doesn't look like you told her about it either, so you're a big a-hole. Edit. I decided to read a few comments and noticed you mentioned that your SIL is diabetic. This only proves my point that you're indeed a huge a-hole. Story 4 by Jarbear. AITA for drinking boba in front of my pregnant sister when it makes her gag. I'd first like to start by saying this is not a serious debate, but she may have teared up when the offense occurred and complained about me to her friends. Okay, now to the story. My F26 little sister, F21, is 9 weeks, pregnant and gags at the sight and even the mention of boba. I have been pregnant 3 times myself and can understand what these weeks feel like and sympathize with her. She used to love boba. I love boba tea. I don't get it a lot. I really only get it when we go to the Thai restaurant in our area. And every once in a while, outside of that, but not often. Anyways, we are at the Thai place right now. I know how boba makes her feel, but I also love boba, and I want it. When I said I was ordering it, she immediately got on the defense, begging me not to. So, I told her I'd hide it behind the napkin dispenser and drink it when she isn't looking. She argued, but I ordered it anyways. Now she is mad, and she's, kinda jokingly, complaining to all her friends about how rude I am for getting it when it makes her ill to even think about it. And all her friends say I'm an asshole. Is that true? AITA really? NTA, your sister is being too dramatic. Don't know why she would go dine at a restaurant that serves something that makes her gag at the sight or mention of it. What if the people in the seat next to you guys were drinking it? Would she have them throw it away? Story 5 by babaghanoujj. AITA for not congratulating my pregnant sister. My 26F sister, 35F, just had a baby 5 months ago. She got pregnant by accident after knowing the guy she was with for about 2 months. They got married a few months later. She has been relying on our mother, 60, so much, when my disabled mother cannot look after her granddaughter, but feels obliged to help her. I have never said anything about this, as it is my mother's choice to go over and beyond for her. She has been very impossible these days. She competes with other people who have babies, including people in our family, with comments like, "Your baby isn't rolling yet?" Mine is. I just feel like she is putting too much pressure on others to help her, to accommodate her, and makes other people feel bad about themselves with their own kids. This baby has also made her emotionally unavailable to family members who have been through health issues and very difficult struggles, and makes everything about herself. So now she accidentally got pregnant again. She is 2 months pregnant. She announced it at dinner with the family, and there was a good 10 seconds of silence where nobody said anything. I started making jokes about birth control and that she needs to try a different option because she has been so irresponsible. The family started laughing and joking and making suggestions of their own. I showed her that I was very unsure about the news she shared, and she definitely expected a much happier reaction and was upset with me that I made it about her birth control. Even my mother was unhappy. She knew that she would throw her baby on her and that she'd have no time to herself. I love her baby, and I'm sure I'll love the next one, too. I just don't feel happy about how she is ruining her own life, health, and dragging other members of the family downhill with her because of her irresponsible negligence. It doesn't affect me so much, but affects our mother, who is disabled and a total pushover. We are normally a very close, tight-knit family who see each other frequently. AITA for slightly humiliating my sister and showing her I'm not too happy about her pregnancy. Necessary edit. My mother can't confront her because my sister becomes very defensive and accusatory and gaslights people when confronted with how her behavior affects people. She will not stand up for herself. Info responses: she's not a bad mom. She is doing a good job with her baby, but she stays with our mom, who normally doesn't cook and does minimal chores due to her disability. She now has to do more chores, cook dinner, spend money on more groceries, and helps with the baby at least 4 entire days a week. This is a lot on her. She is always tired, and I have told her many times that she doesn't have to do all this. She feels that she has to. Sister admitted both are unplanned because she forgot her BC. More about me. I am in a long-term relationship and want children when I am in a better financial situation, owning a house with a garden and savings for college. I am actively preventing having children because it's not the right time. My mom asks me every day in an excited tone if I'm pregnant, and she wants me to have kids ASAP. I know that if I announced a pregnancy, she would be thrilled, as I am emotionally independent and work comfortably from home. NTA, I didn't know people could get pregnant accidentally. As long as you're having sex doesn't have to be unprotected, just sex in general. Know that there is a chance of conception. Your sister needs to find a BC that goes with her, and your mother need to stand up for herself. If she can't, as you voiced, have an intervention for your sister, because I see a few more accidental pregnancies in her future, and it's not going to get better.